Hey there, this is Clay, and today I want to share with you 4 signs that your ex is not over you, that they have not moved on, okay? So the first sign is that they might get sort of really angry at you, really maybe even explosively angry at you out of the blue, okay? So, maybe they pull away one moment and maybe they're giving you the cold shoulder or something, and then maybe the next day you wake up and you got like this string of text messages or something about how angry they are at you, or maybe a weird email about how much they hate you, or some voicemail about how great life is without you, or something like that. That is a huge sign that they definitely are not over you. And the reason why is because they're still having a very strong emotional reaction to you. Yeah, they might be able to push that down and sort of repress it for a while, but it does sort of like pop up, and you will have those little eruptions, those emotional eruptions from time to time, and that's a huge sign that they are not over you. They still have very strong feelings for you, and definitely keep your eye out for that. The second sign that your ex has not moved on and they have not over you is that maybe they'll go out of their way to tell you things like, oh hey, I'm dating so and so, or I'd really like to flirt with this guy, or that guy's super hot, or if you're a woman or a man, that other person's hot, that person's cute, I want to be with that person, or whatever. And that's really just an attempt to make you jealous. It's kind of like trying to get a reaction out of you, okay? They're trying to test you to see if you'll respond. They're trying to kind of turn it into a competition to see, who cares more or less or whatever. And it's kind of petty. It's maybe a little bit high school, but I think probably when we go through a breakup with people, we do kind of, on some sort of like subconscious level, a lot of people do want to like kind of one up their ex, sort of like to vindicate that their decision to leave the relationship was the right choice or something like that. And first of all, you don't want to like fall into that trap of like getting all worked up over, you're dating that guy, or you're dating that girl, or you're flirting with him or her or whatever. First of all, you definitely don't want to do that. But just understand that that is coming from a place of them trying to get a reaction out of that, them trying to elicit some sort of response from you. They're essentially kind of testing you, and that's definitely a huge sign that they're definitely not over you at all. So keep an eye out for that one. The third one is that when the two of you do talk, maybe you talk about more emotional things. Okay, so maybe you talk about your feelings for one another, or maybe the past breakup, or maybe it's not even relationship related at all, but maybe like what you want to do with your life, or like what you're working on these days, or how your family's doing, stuff like that. Those are things that are more emotional, and if your ex was truly over you, they would not care about how these emotional sorts of things. They just wouldn't care about it at all. So that's a huge sign that they still are interested in how you're feeling about things and how your emotional world is. Kind of building off that is sign number 4, which is that they ask you personal questions, okay? So, maybe you're like maybe your ex is like one of those sort of shut down, kind of like macho guys or something. He doesn't talk a lot about his feelings, but maybe he'll ask you personal questions, right? Like, well, hey, how was your holiday this past week? Or, what are you doing next weekend? Or stuff like that. Things that like somebody who just didn't care about you wouldn't be bothered to ask. If they're taking a specific interest in your life and in what you're up to, then that is a huge sign that they are still concerned about you, probably at an emotional level, but if nothing else, at an intellectual level. And I know some people are just kind of like shut off from their emotions, and it's very hard for them to access that, so maybe they try to connect with people intellectually, even though they just don't know how to do it emotionally. I know I used to be one of those people. But probably underneath that sort of numbness, that sort of closed downedness, if that's a word, is a genuine emotional desire to connect. And that's what's happening when they're asking more personal questions about you and your life. They want to know kind of where you're at emotionally. They want to know more about you and sort of what you're up to in your life. They're very curious about you. And when somebody's over you, they're not curious about you. They're just like, I'm done with you, you're gone. And not from like an anger point, going back to that first sign, but just from a like, hey, that chapter of my life is closed or whatever. So, keep that in mind. So again, those have been 4 signs that your ex has not moved on, that they are still, emotionally invested in you, they're still interested in you emotionally, and that you still have a shot at maybe getting back together or working things out with them. So keep your eyes out for those, and if you'd like more help on how to get back together with the person that you love, head on over to relationshipinnergame.com and sign up. Me and my team would love to help you start getting back together with your ex and make some progress with that. So all you have to do is go over to relationshipinnergame.com and sign up over there, and would love to start helping you. So again, this has been Clay, and thank you very much.